In this video class, I am going to discuss how to analyze a current series feedback amplifier. The example I have taken here for the analysis is common emitter configuration with unbypassed RE. So this circuit is nothing but an example of current series feedback amplifier. Step 1. Identification of topology. This is the circuit diagram we have taken for analysis. So it is nothing but the emitter is grounded with emitter resistance. Hence it is a common emitter configuration with emitter resistance. So this resistance is going to act as a feedback element in the feedback network. Okay, right. To analyze this, we have to follow the 7 steps. The first step is identifying the topology. So already we have said current series feedback amplifier, but we have to justify here this common emitter configuration with unbypassed RE is the example of current series feedback amplifier. Okay, for that I have to prove the output, in the output current is sampled and feedback signal is connected in a series mixing fashion. For that I am taking 2 parameters. Okay, the first I try by making this terminal as ground. So nothing happens here because the feedback element is present here. So the I0 current flows through this. Hence the feedback signal VF does not becomes as 0. For that next I try by opening the output loop. Let us show in this diagram. So here in this diagram what I am doing is I am opening the output current loop. Hence there is no current flows through the emitter. Then I0 becomes as 0. Hence at this terminal we have a potential. This is nothing but VF, feedback voltage. So the current is now converted into feedback voltage. So what is the relationship between feedback voltage and current is, output current is VF is equal to minus I0 into RE. Here I0 is equal to 0, hence this entire term becomes as 0. Finally the feedback voltage becomes as 0. I can say the sampling is nothing but the current sampling. So the I0 is the current I am sampling here. Okay, second thing I have to discuss is type of mixing. What type of mixing happen here? So see the diagram here. The potential difference is VF. VF is the feedback voltage. This is connected in series with the source voltage. So both are in opposite polarity. We will have VI is equal to the input voltage VI. VI is equal to Vs minus Vf. Okay. In this step, when the Vf is subtracted from Vs, we say this is type of series mixing. So till now we have completed the first step of identifying topology. The sampling is current and mixing is series. Hence it is called as a current series feedback amplifier. Step 2. Finding the input circuit. Step 3. Finding the output circuit. The next second step is finding the input circuit. For finding the input circuit, already we have decided the sampling is nothing but current sampling. Hence we do this step itself. The output current, the output loop current, we made it as 0 by opening the output circuit. Hence the RE in this circuit, RE will have effect on input side as well as the output side. So in this path also RE involves, as well as in this input side also RE involves. Now we are finding the input circuit by making the output circuit as 0. Hence this RE will be affected on the input side. Okay. So I0 is equal to 0 we made. So the output circuit is left over. Remaining the input circuit, we have the RE is involved in the input side. Similarly, for finding the output circuit, what we have to do is we have to disconnect the input current. So here I am opening the circuit. So this is our circuit. In this circuit, the IA current flows into the base. Here I am disconnecting, means nothing will flow into the base. hence we have the output side. In this output side we have a load resistance and Re. Okay, so here we perform step 2 and 3 for finding the input circuit as well as the finding the output circuit. We either find separately, otherwise we can combine the circuit as in the next diagram. See here, these are two separate diagrams, input and output circuit. Now in this diagram I am combining as step 2 and 3, finding input and output circuit. So in this circuit the transistor is common for both the input and output side, as well as the Re will have dual effect. In the input side also it affected, in the output side also it is affected. So this is the combined diagram for finding the input and output circuit. Next step we have to perform is drawing the H parameter model for the transistor. Okay, so this is the diagram. The Vs is the input source voltage, the current flows through the source resistance is Ii. So Ii flows through the base, hence it is called as the Ib current. The Ib current flows through Rs, Hie and Ib. So it flows through the three resistances. In the output side we have a current generator HFE Ib, and the Re is also included in the output side. RL is connected as load. Okay, right.
Step 5, finding the open loop gain of the amplifier. Step 6, finding the gain of the feedback network beta.
In step 5 we need to find the open loop gain. So the gain without feedback we have to find. In this circuit we are using a transconductance amplifier. The basic amplifier is transconductance amplifier. Okay, hence we have to find the gain in terms of GM. Okay, so for that I take the input circuit, I am going to apply the KVL. So this is the input circuit, here I am going to apply the KVL, hence I get Vs is equal to Ib into Rs plus Ib into Hie plus Ib into Re. So Ib is common for all, I bring outside, so hence I form the equation 1. Okay, next we know that what is GM? GM is nothing but output current by input voltage. I0 by Vi is equivalent to I0 by Vs. So Vi and Vs will have the closer value, hence we replace with Vs is equal to, what is I0? I0 is the output current, that is equal to, I0 can be written as minus Ic. What is Ic? Ic can be written as HFE Ib. So finally we have the equation 2 as GM is equal to minus HFE Ib by Vs. Already we know that we have the expression in equation 1 for Vs. Substituting the equation 1 into the second equation, we will have the final GM expression. GM is equal to minus HFE by Rs plus Hie plus Re. So this is equation 3. The next step is step 6. We have to find the feedback gain beta. Okay. Feedback, for getting the feedback gain beta we need to know two things. What is the output, what is the input? So the input is the output current, the output current received from the output side as feedback signal. Okay, as sampled signal, as sampled signal. The output current is the sampled signal and the feedback signal is nothing but Vf. So here what happens, the output current is transferred to the voltage. Okay, so what is the Vf? Vf is nothing but minus I0 into Re by remaining I0. We get cancelled, beta becomes as minus Re. So this will be the equation 4. So how we get Vf is equal to minus I0 into Re is explained here. So Vf is nothing but the potential across the emitter resistance Re. So the current flows through Re is nothing but IE. So this is the IE current. So generally what is the IE current? It is the summation of base current and collector current. So comparatively base current is very less when we compare with the collector current, hence IE becomes equal to IC, hence I can replace IC Re. So what is IC? IC and I0 is opposite in the direction, hence IC can be replaced with minus I0 Re. So this expression is substituted here, the I0 gets cancelled here, finally we get beta is equal to minus Re. So finally we write I0 is sampled and converted into voltage Vf.
Step 7, it is a final step. Here we calculate desensitivity factor, current gain, voltage gain, overall current gain and voltage gain, input resistance with feedback and output resistance with feedback.
In step 7, we have to calculate the remaining terms like capital D. D is nothing but a desensitivity factor. GMF is nothing but trans conductance of the closed loop amplifier, that is feedback amplifier. So it is voltage gain with feedback, input resistance with feedback, output resistance with feedback, and output resistance with feedback considering the load resistance. So this is without considering the load resistance. Okay. First of all, we find D. What is D? So the D is nothing but 1 plus beta into GM. This expression is derived from the topic effect of input and output resistance for particular feedback amplifier. From this we have obtained this expression. Okay, right. Now we substitute the beta term GM whatever we obtained in the previous equations. So 1 plus minus RE minus HFE by RS plus HIE plus RE. So this becomes product of both minus becomes as positive. Here we take the LCM. Finally the RE term is common for these two. So we brought out 1 plus HFE into RE plus HIE plus RS divided by this expression we are getting. This is equation 5. Next we need to find out GMF. GMF is nothing but transconductance gain with feedback. So this is nothing but GM by D. This expression is also obtained from the effect of input and output resistance of the current series feedback amplifier. You can refer that video also. Okay. Now we substitute GM value, the D from the equation 5 when we take LCM. After that these two terms, this denominator and this denominator gets cancelled. So finally I get minus HFE by RS plus HIE plus 1 plus HFE into RE. So this is equation 6. Okay, till now what we have found? D we have found, GMF we have found. Next we have to find AVF. So the relationship is AVF is equal to V0 by Vs, output voltage by source voltage, right? So what is V0? V0 is nothing but product of output current into load resistance divided by Vs. So this is nothing but I0 by Vs we already found as GMF. Okay, GMF into the remaining term RL I have to write here. Okay, so I0 by Vs is nothing but the transconductance of the feedback amplifier. This is replaced with GMF. GMF expression already we have to make it with multiply by RL. Finally we get the equation 7, right? So now AVF also we have completed. Then we have to find RIF. RIF is nothing but RI into D. So this expression is also obtained from the effect of input and output resistance of current series feedback amplifier. You can refer my video in the channel. From the input loop I can write RI is the summation of all the resistance in the input circuit, series resistance, base to emitter input resistance plus the emitter resistance RE. So these combinedly called as RI. So RIF is nothing but the addition of these resistance into D. D parameter is already found here. So RS plus HIE plus RE. This is available in denominator. Here numerator also there. So gets cancelled. Finally we have, this is the expression for input resistance with feedback, equation 8. Okay. Next we find output resistance with feedback without considering RL. So RL is not taken here. Okay, right. So remaining without considering load resistance, ROF is nothing but RO into 1 plus beta G small m. The small m represents, we are not including the load resistance RL. This expression is also obtained from the effect of input and output resistance of current series feedback amplifier, also available in my channel. Refer that. ROF is equal to 1 plus beta GM. So ROF is equal to infinity because R0 is equal to infinity for common emitter configuration. For common emitter configuration, the output resistance is infinity because of the yearly effect concept. Hence, the infinity is multiplied with this term becomes as infinity. The final term we have to find is ROF dash. This is nothing but ROF parallel to RL. Okay. So ROF is the final resistance, final output resistance that is in parallel with RL. Hence we make the parallel connection. So ROF is infinity we have found now, that is parallel with RL. When I write expression in the form of parallel, since infinity is very greater than RL, infinity gets cancelled. Finally, ROF dash becomes as equal to RL. So this is the equation number 10. One more thing I have to discuss here. The load current I naught is equal to GMF into Vs. This is the expression we discussed here. So we replace GMF by minus HFE by something by RE into Vs. What happens is 1 plus HFE RE is very greater than comparing to this one. Hence this term gets cancelled. Okay. Then we have this expression minus HFE into Vs by 1 plus HFE into RE. Next, when we compare 1 and HFE, the HFE is a very greater value, hence we eliminate 1. Finally, HFE gets cancelled. Finally, we get I naught is equal to minus Vs by RE. From this, I can give the conclusion that I naught is directly proportional to Vs. It depends only upon RE, not transistor parameter. So, I naught does not depend on the transistor parameters. It only depends upon RE. Okay. Till now we are completing this.
Analysis of various amplifiers will be updated soon. Please stay on my channel for watching. Thank you.